Today's Fierce and Nerdy Review is brought to you by Gillette, the best a Superman can get. Walmart for super cheap crap at a super low price. Twizzlers, when you've got a super hankering for plastic licorice. KFC, super fuel for your super gut. Carl's Jr. for super high cholesterol. Watches to tell super time. The National Guard, be a soldier of steel without actual superpowers. Chrysler, even though Superman can fly. And Tide, to get your spandex its brightest.
The world's too big, Mom. Then make it small.
Warner Brothers tests the market for a potential Justice League franchise with the Zack Snyder-directed update of Superman, Man of Steel. Hello everyone, Joshua Malden here with my co-host Low Battery Fire Alarm for a fierce and nerdy review of a movie you're probably going to see anyway. Let me start by admitting that Superman has always been and still is a little lost on me. His invincible nature keeps me at a distance, and although this movie does a good job of bridging that gap, he and it are still a little difficult to engage with. Man of Steel is at its best in the quieter moments, when a young Clark Kent struggles to figure out what it means to be human. The childhood relationship between him and his father is genuinely heartbreaking. Much to my surprise, I found myself emotionally invested in a way I wasn't expecting. Anytime either Kevin Costner or Russell Crowe, who plays Superman's Kryptonian father, Jor-El, are on screen, the movie's on solid footing. The problem is the action sequences, of which there are many, don't carry the same weight. The final half hour is both confusing and tiresome, and it reduces the characters to cartoon smashing through an endless stream of cement and cinder block. That's the problem with Superman in general. He or his adversary, in this case General Zod, played by Michael Shannon, never run out of buildings to smash through. They're invulnerable, and that renders the action to little more than swooshes and sound effects. Man of Steel fails where Batman Begins shined. It doesn't integrate the emotional and the spectacular effectively enough. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it does, but on balance, the action sequences become breathers for the character moments. I wanted to fast forward through the explosions to get back to the heart of the picture. For example, Lois Lane, played spunkily enough by Amy Adams, is thoroughly integrated into the plot and yet feels like an afterthought. She functions just fine on a technical level, but has almost no bearing on the emotional one. That makes their love story feel forced and unwelcome. I mean, I know Cable's dreamy and all, but surely there's more to her attraction than that. The entire Daily Planet crew seems crammed into this movie. Elliot from SVU has a bigger part than Perry White. I mean, they rightfully did away with Superman's red panties. Why not hold everyone off until the setup for the sequel, since they did that anyway? I don't know, I guess you can't do that. I just wanted them to matter more, or not be there in the first place. It's Superman's origin story, to be sure. They aren't important, so they naturally feel extraneous. I suspect I'm being a little too critical of Man of Steel. Henry Cavill is charismatic and perfectly capable of carrying this franchise. Zack Snyder's direction is slick. He stays away, thankfully, from the slow-motion Smash-O stuff that he's known for. I just really wished, I guess I'd hoped for something a little more concrete, something I could walk away from going, damn, that was a fantastic first in the series. As it stands, Man of Steel isn't that, but you'll probably enjoy it, especially if you like shiz going kablooey, because a lot of shiz does go kablooey.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about super?
Excuse me.
On the Batman scale of film excellence, with Batman and Robin being the worst and The Dark Knight being the best, Man of Steel heat rays its way to A Dark Knight Rises. Flawed but likable, hopefully a sign of better things to come. Don't forget to visit us at fierceandnerdy.com and follow us on Twitter at fierceandnerdy.